The chair recognizes the gentleman from Pennsylvania, Mr. Keller, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. This morning I wish to address the American people and thank them for their hard work and their outstanding effort that funds our government and our active duty military personnel and veterans who have kept us safe, our law enforcement, our first responders, and all those who go to work every day, making sure we're safe in our community, safe in our nation, and safe around the world. I also want to thank all the people that go to work every day to earn a living and support their families. And yes, those are the people, all of them, that provide the revenue for which America can operate. Something I think President Biden's forgotten. He's been in Washington, D.C. for half a century. And he proposes a budget earlier this week that spends $73 trillion over the next 10 years. Increases our national debt by 50% by the year 2032. Under that budget, the debt will be $45 trillion. And to say what the President said, budget will show you your values, well, evidently he doesn't value our next generation. We all want our children to do better than we did and have it better than we did. How can they do that when he proposes to saddle them with so much debt? When you look at the national debt that we have, it's held by the public, it's held by foreign governments, and some of it's called intergovernmental debt, which means it's debt that's held by other government agencies. The Social Security Administration holds about 13% of our debt currently. I think this budget puts our seniors at risk and their ability to live a good life in retirement on a program for which they funded for so many years from their paychecks. So we look at the budget. I've read through it. All these items should be a red flag for anybody that wants to support this. It's not supporting America's values. It's not supporting our next generation. It's not helping our seniors. It's helping priorities laid forth by a man who's been in Washington, D.C. for 50 years. Evidently, he's gotten used to spending more revenue or spending more than what the revenue brings in our country. I remember President Reagan. This is the, I believe, 41st anniversary of the assassination attempt. And I think President Reagan, when he would say, you know, he's spending like a drunken sailor, and then the president would say, well, at least the sailor's spending his own money. You know, we're entrusted with the money that the government takes from the citizens of the United States. We need to use it responsibly. We need to invest it in their priorities and not in the priorities of people inside the Beltway. I think he's too far out of touch, and quite frankly, it's something that there's a lot of things in it we can't afford. What we should be looking at is protecting life. We should be looking at being responsible so that our kids are not saddled with so much debt and that our seniors can retire and count on a program they've funded their entire lives. We've already seen the real cost of President Biden's tax and spend policies at the pump, in the grocery store, on the farm, and on Main Street America. It's time we stop leaving a financial disaster for the next generation and put together a budget that meets the needs of the American people, not the needs of President Biden and Speaker Pelosi. Thank you, and I yield back.
The chair recognizes the gentleman from California.